boys and girls and parents, welcome back. So we're in for a really special treat and happy President's Day. Today we're going to get to know two great leaders. The first is George Washington and the second is Abraham Lincoln. Who is the father of our country? George Washington. He was the first president of the United States. He served from 1789 to 1797. Washington was born in Virginia on February 22nd, 1732. At that time, America was made up of colonies. They were ruled by England, a country in Europe. When Washington was older, he became a surveyor. That is a person who maps lands. Washington then joined the army. Later, the American Revolution broke out between the colonies and England. Many people in the colonies wanted freedom. Washington became a general and led the fight. After 8 years, the colonists won the war. They elected Washington as president. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. He served from 1861 to 1865. He was also known for being very honest. People often called him Honest Abe. Lincoln was born in Kentucky on February 12, 1809. He had many jobs before he became president. He worked in a store. He became a postmaster. That is a person who is in charge of a post office. Lincoln later studied to become a lawyer. Soon after Lincoln was elected president, the Civil War began. It was fought between the North and the South. The South tried to break away from the country. People there wanted the right to own slaves. Slaves did not have freedom. The North was against slavery. Lincoln worked to free the slaves and kept the country united. So now we're going to take a look at comparing and contrasting two presidents. We read the article together. Remember, this is the article. And they compared the two presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. So now we're going to take a look at comparing and contrasting. Now that's a reading skill that we were looking at before. And when you're comparing things, you're finding things that are similar. What do they have in common? When you're contrasting things, or people in this case, you're finding things that are different. So let's move to our chart now. We categorize the information by name, birthplace, the date that the president died, the president rank, and a little fun fact. Okay, let's take a look at our first question. Where was George Washington born? Okay, let's move along here. Where was he born? Let's look at birthplace, and we see that he was born in Virginia. So that is letter B, Virginia. Question number 2. Which statement is true about Abraham Lincoln? He was the second United States president. He was the tallest president. Or letter choice C, he was born in 1732. Well, let's take a look now. We have to look here at Abraham Lincoln. He was the second president. Let's take a look at president rank. It says here that he was the 16th, so this cannot be the answer. He was the tallest president. Let's go back to our fun fact here. He was the tallest president. That is our correct answer. And just to double check, let's make sure. He was born in 1732. The year that he was born was 1809, so we know that that is not the correct answer.